In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful traits that every winning dadpreneur has. Hey, Adam Dukes here. Welcome back, Dadpreneurs. And like I said, in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful traits that all winning dadpreneurs have. First of all, probably start off with a shirt. You can get yours below at totaldads.com. Go ahead and click the link in the description. But hold on, do it after this video. So speaking of the word dadpreneur, I want to share a quick story. A couple of years ago, August of 2016, I created a Facebook group called Dadpreneur Freedom. And it's about 300 plus dadpreneurs in there. There's not much activity going on in it anymore. I just don't use Facebook nearly as much as I used to. But a couple of the gentlemen thought that I came up with the word dadpreneur. Now, I told them I didn't come up with that name. Somebody else that was much more creative came up with the name. However, they thought that I came up with the name. And it's that power of perception. It's really, really powerful. There's words and or phrases that you want your market to associate with. When they hear that word or phrase, they associate your name. Or vice versa. They hear your name and they think of that word. So as you can see in the YouTube video, I practice what I preach. I put the word dadpreneur in the title of my name, Adam the Dadpreneur Duke. So anytime I put out a YouTube video, anytime I comment on another person's YouTube video, they see that title next to my picture, of course. So it's Adam the Dadpreneur Dukes. On Twitter, I do the same thing. I just, about 2 months ago, I added it in. So anytime I tweet, which is 20 plus times a day, whether it's commenting on other people's tweets, sharing other tweets, tweeting information myself, they see the word dadpreneur, because I want in my prospect's mind, my target market's mind, when they see the word, my name, they think dadpreneur or vice versa. So you can certainly do the same thing with yours. So think of what you want to be known for, a phrase, a term, maybe a niche, a specific service maybe. Perry Marshall came up with the Google AdWords. He's kind of the Google AdWords guy. This was years and years ago, but he's kind of the Google AdWords. Justin Brooke is another one, a fellow dadpreneur, may I add. He's the traffic guy. Everybody knows him as driving a ton of traffic. So think about that. It's kind of a little off topic a bit, but it's good for branding. So think of a word and a phrase where you can tie your name and or business into it. It doesn't necessarily have to be your name. But so that is just a little side thing. So the first thing that all dadpreneurs have is...
So the first winning trait of any dadpreneur that I have noticed over the years is they produce far more than they consume. Now, in this tip, I'm not really referring to like Netflix and chill, movies, sports, TV shows, the news, anything like that, Hulu, all that, luckily that's something that I've never really struggled with. I'm not a big TV watcher. I never really have been. So I guess I benefit from that. What I'm talking about is consumption, is social media consumption. And this can be very, very dangerous. I think it was in October or November of 2018, iPhone released like an update on their phone where you could measure how much time you spent on your phone. I spent like 4 hours a day. It was just under 4 hours, like 357, I think, that was fucking disgusting. I've met people in the 6, 7, 8 hour range, which is so sad. But anyways, 4 hours was enough for me. So I was like, how do I control that? So within that app, they also showed you which apps you spent the most time on. Facebook, I think I was at like 56 or 58 minutes a day, which was pathetic. So I deleted Facebook off my phone. That shaved off an hour right there. And then I set limits on the other app. So another app that I spent a lot of time at that time was Twitter. So I reduced that down to 40 minutes a day. I very rarely go over that. On the weekends, I do tweet and watch sports. I'm a big college football fan. I like to go watching the NFL. So I will watch sports and tweet a lot. So I do go over the time those days. But Monday through Friday, 40 minutes is plenty enough for me to consume and also produce. So I am doing both during those 40 minutes. Instagram, I have like a 10-minute timer a day, I think. I spend maybe 10 minutes in a week. I'm just not a big Instagram user. And then I don't have the other apps. That's kind of the hack that I have found. I just don't have those apps because I know if I had them on my phone, it would destroy my productivity. So what I found is I try to do it's tough to measure, but I try to do like a 2-to-1 ratio. I produce twice as much as I consume. That's what I try to. Like I said, it's very, very difficult to measure. I read 20 to 25 minutes a day, so that's consuming. I also try to put out 2 YouTube videos each and every week. Obviously, that's producing, putting content out there. I try to tweet 25 times a day. That's one of the daily habits that I track each and every day. Again, that's putting content out there. That's during that 40 minutes. Sometimes I'm consuming, sometimes I'm producing during that 40 minutes. I also try to email my database, my email list, twice a week. So that's producing, that's putting content out there. So those are kind of the 3 things that I try to do each and every day and or week, is producing content, putting things out there. Occasionally I record a podcast using Anchor on my phone when I feel like motivated to do it. It's not like a consistent thing. It's just kind of when I have an idea, I pick up my phone and kind of record it. So that's what I found. For the Dadpreneurs that I follow, Ryan Stewman is one that I follow. Sean Whalen's another guy that I follow and respect. Garret J White is another guy that I follow and respect. All these are Dadpreneurs. All these guys put out immense amount of content, whether it's books, whether it's videos, whether it's podcasts. Ryan has 2 podcasts. One he does a couple times a week, one he does daily. He's got 6 or 8 different best-selling books. He's also got a blog where he puts out 3 or 4 blog posts a week. So that dude is putting out content all the damn time, on top of Instagram posts, social or Facebook posts and that. So all these Dadpreneurs that I notice that I follow and have respect for, they all put out a ton of content. So that's the first tip in what I notice in the winning traits of a Dadpreneur.
The second trait that all winning Dadpreneurs have is focus. They have an insane amount of focus. A lot of them have like a mission that they're going after. So a couple of guys that I follow, like I mentioned before, Ryan Stewman, Ryan Michler is another one that I follow. Sean Whalen, Garret J White, these are all Dadpreneurs that I follow online, have a tremendous amount of respect for. They all kind of have a mission that's higher than them, and that is their one focus. So that is the power of having that focus. That is what those winning Dadpreneurs have. And it takes me back to the story back in 2015. I was doing client work. I was working with male Keller Williams agents who run Facebook ads, and I was about 5 years in the client business. And client work can be tough. It can be very draining if you don't set boundaries. I'm not going to get into that here. But I was exploring some other avenues. I was kind of just wore out. So I started exploring Amazon FBA, basically selling products on Amazon. And my first product, or the only product I should say, was called a kendama. I'm not even going to try to do it because I'll look like an absolute fool. And so I bought these things, and as you notice, it's 2019. I still have the damn things because I couldn't sell them on Amazon. Apparently, I was a bit late to the trend party, and the trend had gone and passed in like 2014. So I missed the boat there. So I was dabbling with Amazon, trying to get it going, ordering product, testing out product, finding good suppliers, shipping it to the Amazon warehouse, learning how to do Amazon FBA. I bought a $1,000 course, spent probably $1,000 on product from different suppliers, testing them. Shipping it all there, wasn't making the sales. So my friend, she convinced me to try Shopify. She'd been in a little bug in my ear, said, hey, give Shopify a try, I finally gave it a try in June of 2015. Did about $250 in sales in about 2 weeks in June, which was more than I had done with the kendamas combined in the last 3 or 4 months. In July, I was like, maybe I'm onto something with this jewelry store with Shopify. So I ended up doing about $2,500 in sales in July. And I was like, holy shit, that's 10 times more than I've made with these kendamas, and a hell of a lot faster. And I was drop shipping, so I didn't have to order the product and house the product and ship it to a warehouse and that. So at the end of July, I told myself, all right, no more client work, no more kendamas. I killed the Amazon business. I haven't done it since. The client work, I had like 3 or 4 clients at the time. Told myself I wasn't going to do any more prospecting. I wasn't going to look for no more business. I wasn't going to do any of that. I'd take care of the clients that I had. If they reached out to me and things like that, I'd run their ads. But that was it. I was going to be focused on this jewelry store. So in August of 2015, I went kind of all in on this jewelry store. And wouldn't you know, I did about $15,500 in sales, which is about a third of that was profit, just a little over $5,000. But it showed me the power of focus, of going all in on something that I had a little bit of success with, and then I just cut out everything else. So that's the power of focus. And I always share that story because it proved to me, holy shit, it's amazing what happens when you go all in on something. This could be with relationships, this could be with business, this could be a lot of things. If you go all in, like your health, you're taking care of your health, getting fit or whatever, you go all in with it and you're going to see results much, much quicker. So that's the second trait that I notice all winning Dadpreneurs have, is the power of focus. As far as I'm concerned, this third one is a superpower. It's what holds the far majority of people back. I'd say 96% of people are held back by this. I certainly am. For 38 years, I've gotten drastically better over the last couple of years with this, but people it's not the fear of failure. It's not the fear of success. It's not I don't have time. It's not I don't have money. It's not the self-doubt. What I find that holds most people back is the fear of judgment. It blows me away how many people are worried about what their mom say, what their dad say, their aunt, their uncle, their brother, their sister, their cousin, their neighbor, their boss, their coworker, their guidance counselor, the person they sat with in chemistry in 9th grade. This holds back way too many people, and it's something that you really have to get over. It's just a mental hurdle. They don't give a shit about about what you're doing or saying. And if they do, if they voice their opinion, who the fuck cares what they say? So that's the biggest one, is getting over that fear of judgment. And I notice the winning dadpreneurs that I follow, they speak their mind, they share their truth, they speak their truth, they share their story. I have a tremendous amount of respect. I don't agree with all of them with it, but I do have a tremendous amount of respect for them sharing their, like I said, their story. Some are going to bring, parts of their story are going to bring people closer, parts of them are going to repel people away. But to have the balls to be able to do that and not give a fuck about whoever says or does what, that is a superpower, and that is a trait of a winning dadpreneur. The fourth and final trait of winning dadpreneurs is they take fast, imperfect action. There's far too many people that are in the planning stage. Sometimes for months, sometimes sadly they're in the planning stage for years. I'm waiting on a logo, I'm waiting on a website. You don't need all that shit. Like, just get started, take some action. I have 330 plus videos on this channel. There's not a single one that's perfect. I have ums and ahs. Even after 330 videos, I'm still doing ums and ahs. There's times I want to cut out parts and I just say, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. There's times that I'll be talking so fast I get thirsty. There's spit on my lip. I'll watch the replay and I'm like, I'm not going to redo that video just because of that. So fast and perfect action. There's no such thing as perfect. Like, eliminate that from your vocabulary. It's never going to be perfect, whatever you do, whether it's in business, whether it's eating healthy, whether in going to the gym, working on your relationship. It's not going to be perfect. Just take fast and perfect action. There's far too many people in the planning stage. I talked about it before. I was at a YouTube event a month ago, and I met a couple of gentlemen there that were in the business for a couple of years, and they were planning on starting a YouTube channel. Like, planning. The one guy said he was going to start one in 4 months. I'm like, why don't you start one right now? Like, oh, well, I'm moving, he told me. I was like, moving? You can do a YouTube channel anywhere. I'm moving to Korea. I was like, do they not have webcams there? Like, it doesn't matter where you're moving, so it's just an excuse. So get out of the planning stage, get into the take action stage. I did a video a couple days ago called Get Shit Done. Take a look. It's up there. Maybe it'll help you out. I'm old school with pen and paper. I talk about that. You can download this free spreadsheet. Maybe it'll help you get shit done, but get out of the planning stage. Fast and perfect action. That's what winning dadpreneurs have. So, hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that little bell notification. I try to put out imperfect videos each and every week, 2 videos each and every week for your viewing pleasure. As always, if you have comments, questions, or concerns, please drop them down below, and I'll do my absolute best to answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll try to find someone who can, or point you in the right direction or the right resource. Also, if you want to really show that you are a dadpreneur, go down at totaldads.com, link down in the description, and order your Dadpreneur t-shirt here. As always, I thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Grateful for each and every person who watches a video of mine. It means a lot. It means more than you know. So thank you.